Hi there, Henry Smith here from IamWealthyandRich.com. Thanks for joining me. Today's another day which I'll be recording, should I say, documenting the portfolio. Is what I've been doing. This video series is about wealth creation in action and the building of a portfolio, you know, from humble beginnings, shall I say, all the way to the mid-size to the seven-figure level, and the journeys that go through it, the lessons learned, and so on and so forth. So the mindset one has to adopt, etc., because that's very important. So I started this a while ago. This journey really started a while ago, I would say, in February 2020. Not as an investor, but as a would-be investor. But I had to get my mind straight first. And then after getting my mind straight, I was able to attract the capital. Now I had the, you know, then the investment strategy, and then invest in the investment strategy. And as an investor, all you do is invest and hold. You know, there's not really much you can really do on a daily basis. Just maintain that mindset and that patience. It takes tremendous patience, and just invest and hold. But you know, you're going through a journey, and as you're checking the figures on a daily basis, you're going through a journey as well. And if you're leading other people, you've got to lead by example and actually understand what's happening and understand what your customers, your clients, your other investors are going through as well. And so it's a journey. It's not just a journey I'm taking by myself. I'm taking that journey with other people that I'm working with. However, just want to point out, I'm not a financial advisor, financial planner. I'm not a financial. I'm not a CPA or an accountant. So do your own research. Do your own due diligence. Don't take anything I'm saying as personal financial advice, because it certainly isn't. I don't know your circumstances. And also understand that all investments carry a degree of risk. You know, the investments can go up as well as down, but be aware of that. And do not invest more than you can afford to lose. And I wouldn't recommend investing with margin either, as in investing with margin like a trader. So I wouldn't recommend that, but that's totally up to you. I'm not doing that. I'm an investor, not a trader. So now, so for some of you who are watching these videos for the first time, you hear me talking about, I am wealthy and rich. I'm not talking about myself to you, although yes, I am talking about myself. I am wealthy and rich. Absolutely, I am wealthy and rich. But the whole slogan, statement, I am wealthy and rich, is really for you to use, for you to say the word I am wealthy and rich. You have to say it. If you read it, you'll say I am wealthy and rich. So you're talking about you in this case. You're not talking about me. So it's a statement for you to use for yourself to strengthen, reinforce your mind and drive you towards the good life. Okay? And if you get that right and you really internalize that statement, it will become a reality. You will be wealthy and rich. But there are other words also to add to this repertoire, so that you can actually achieve that statement. It's called positive self-talk, and we have a whole program of that and how you should use it for yourself. Available for you for free. It's actually changed my life dramatically, and it will change yours too if you apply it the way I teach it. But before I go on there and show you how to get hold of that, I'm going to share my screen so that I can update today's figures. So this is the spreadsheet I've been using. I started the spreadsheet from February this year, by the way, 2021. And so I didn't start the spreadsheet from last year, because when I started last year, I wasn't even intending to document it, let alone do videos. But I thought, as we go into February this year, I thought it'd be a good idea. So as the figures go forward on the next day, they're in green, as you can see. Then when they go backwards on the previous day, they're in red. So forward, backward, forward, backward, 2 days here. And you can see we've got lots of forwards, lots of backwards. You sometimes get a week or so of a long run of forward, and then we've got some days when it's gone backwards, 3 days in a row. And that's the nature of the market, okay? Forwards and backward. Whenever there's an expansion, there's a retraction. Whenever there's a retraction, there's an expansion. That's the nature of the markets. And that's what we sign up for. You know, we sign up for this, and you have to accept that. And you understand, when you understand that you don't lose unless you sell. That's when you lose. If you sell, then you lose. Because the market always rebounds and goes back to where it was and then further up. So here we are today. We've had 3 days of expansion, and I don't know what's going on today. So we'll see. I'm not looked at this particular portfolio. So I get my figures from this investment summary, and it comes from this live feed that comes in every 10 minutes updated. And so this is updated. And then it goes to an asset group, and then I get the final figure here. So this consists of one whole Bitcoin, this portfolio, and an assortment of altcoins or alternative coins apart from Bitcoin. Well, these are not just any old alternative coins. These are specially selected coins, and they're called altcoin for short. Now we have a training to show you how to get access to this if you're interested, but for now we can talk about that later. So so this is the overall total of the portfolio, and on the right hand side we've got what we have here, the same portfolio but in pounds sterling or Great British pounds. So I will take this figure here, 163,074.41. Okay, let's hope I remember that. So 163,074. 31? What was that? 31. 41. 41. I'll put my phone on silent. So, right. So 41. Let's change that to 41. So if I bring that down, okay, that seems to go 13,000 on yesterday, and so we now go to the overall figure. It's 203,335.51. 203,335.51. So make sure I got that right. 335.51. Yeah. So bring that down here. That is 15,000 yesterday. Bitcoin is higher than yesterday, I believe. Yeah, so that's a plus. So it's all green so far, looking interesting. So hold that. So I'll save that. So that's what it is today. So we've had four days straight up, going up. Probably have a couple more days, and then I'm not surprised. I'm really expecting a downturn before it goes up to its ultimate values, but that remains to be seen. And so you don't get overly excited by it going up or by going down. Ultimately, I know where I expect Bitcoin to be going in the long term, medium to long term. But in the short term, I'm not surprised at any kind of roller coaster ride at all. And it doesn't matter, because I just hold or buy and hold, and that's what you need to do: buy and hold, and be patient and wait and understand that it can take a detour. It's going to 100K, right? It's got to get to 100K before it gets to the next level higher than that. But between now and that, it doesn't go in a straight line. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It doesn't travel like that. There are detours that it takes, and sometimes you can go backwards before it then goes forward. And many times it needs to go backwards to go forward. The market, the industry, it's alive, it's dynamic, and it tends to clean itself out, get rid of rubbish, shall we say, and before it moves in. That's internal spring cleaning. so to speak, not really spring cleaning, but it does, we call it corrections, the technical term. It does a correction. And especially if it's accelerating too fast, it would then have to do a correction to go back. So, you know, it's like if somebody's, I can't remember, is it in the weddings? The bride is not meant to be the first one, isn't it? It's meant to be the last one. So imagine the bride is on the way to the wedding in a car, in the Rolls Royce, and she's like, they're getting close to the church or wherever they're going to have the man. They said, you're the first one here. He has to double back and go around the block and circle the block for a little while. You know, go for a little tour because, you know, too early. You understand? And it's kind of funny. Bitcoin has to do that. Sometimes it seems to be reaching a price too early, and the high price, it has to kind of circle back and do a bit of a detour. You know, I shouldn't maybe use the bride thing, but it's like also like the planes sometimes have to do that when they approach an airport. You know, sometimes too early, or there's things in front, they've got to circle. You know, hopefully they've got enough fuel. But you know, so it's just interesting the way the market behaves. It's like a living, breathing creature, and it has a certain nature. So when you kind of understand it, you don't get shocked. Oh my God, it's gone up. Oh my God, it's gone down. You don't, you know, understand. You know, I mean, that's amateurs, new people, what you call, you know, anyway, people who are not really experienced with markets, they get shocked like that. But yeah, trust me, once you understand what the story, the narrative, the story of this thing, where it's going, what's happening, and it's not designed to. It's not meant to be a joyride for the novice investor. Jump on, and you'll never experience any turbulence. Just go have a nice, smooth walk of roses all the way to the top. That's how people jump in. So when they experience any turbulence, you know, they're off. You know, they're off. And so there wasn't for them at this stage. Here's the funny thing, that they'll come back later. You see, but unfortunately, they pay a high price because they will come. Oh, I didn't know this is what we were going to do. Now let me jump back on again. And then, you know, and that's what always happens. So the best thing is to keep a level head, buy and hold, and when it goes down, if it goes down, buy some more. Okay, so you really capitalize on every part of the journey. Okay, if it goes down, it means buy more. It doesn't mean run, it means buy more. That's what it means. Let the cowards run. Okay, let the inexperienced people run. Don't you run. You hold and you look for resources to buy more. And you welcome challenges within it. You welcome, because you know what you need to know is that everything's going to be all right in the end. But only for those who hold on. All those are still in the game, not for those who run. Okay. And if you've got money to really put in, then yeah, it's going to be more than all right for you. Okay, that's just the way. So Bitcoin's gone down. It seems to be recovering. Oh, maybe it's recovering now. Things are going to get better. No, don't kid yourself. You still got to go through a little bit of a roller coaster before it goes back on track to where it's really meant to go. Regarding, you know, I've talked about there. So there's the investor, the mature kind of investor attitude. Okay, understanding the long term, short, medium, and long term. And there's the wealth and prosperity mindset. Okay, understanding that nothing can phase you financially, because you will always find the resources, you'll always have the resources, you'll always be abundant. Okay, you know, you are rich, you are wealthy and rich, you are abundant, you're successful, and you are. Okay, now you've got to get, you can't say, you might be listening to this thing thinking, well, what's he talking about? I'm not. No, you can get to the point where you in your mind where that's how things are for you. All right. And to get to that point, and when do you get to the point where that's the way your mind thinks automatically, so will your life be. Okay, your life will be that way. So what you need to do is I need to get you over to this particular site. Where's the site gone? So that you can get hold of this training I talked about earlier. Let's go to Google. I need to share the screen, don't I? So let's share button, share. This particular website here, IamWealthyandRich.com. That's really where you want to go. Again, the I Am Wealthy and Rich is about you. It's not about me. As far as you are concerned, it's about you. Okay, how to understand the game of money and play it well. You need to understand the game of money and play it well. Understand the game of money at 2 different levels: a spiritual, mental, and physical level. You have to understand the game of money on a spiritual, mental, and physical level. And so that is what this is about. And so not just the physical level. So scroll down, and then you get your Millionaire Mindset Investment Strategy free now. Fill in the name and email address, get hold of it, and then after you've got it, then watch some of my other videos, and there's some other videos I put as well from other guys, and then apply it. Apply the training. Apply the mindset strategy. Apply it exactly, and then once you apply it, contact us by email or so on, and find out about our altcoin strategy webinar. We'll get you onto that one and why it's so important, and then you can make a decision whether you want to be part of that as well. So that's what I recommend you do. I'm going to keep recommending the same thing. My recommendations don't change. So with that, I also want to ask you to like, subscribe, and share this video, and hit the notification button, and so on and so forth. And then also, yeah, that's about it really. I want to thank you very much for your time, for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a wonderful and fantastic and prosperous day. Bye for now.